Hi everybody, today I just want to go over some Tunisian crochet accessories and tools that you might need. It's quite similar to the crochet tools video that I've done, just really the hooks that have changed, but if you weren't interested or you've not watched that one, then I have included some of the tools that I've used from there in this video. Sorry, please excuse my air freshener going off there. So I'll just run my way through them. Here I've got a pair of scissors. These are thread scissors that I use. You can use any scissors that you prefer. As long as it cuts yarn, it doesn't really matter too much. I just prefer to keep a little pair like this in my bag, then it's easier to take with me if I'm going somewhere, and they're my own personal scissors. And obviously, as you know, I am Crochet with Kids, so I do have a daughter at home. She's 4 now, so she knows these are my scissors. You don't touch them, they're very sharp. I don't leave them lying around, but you know, kids get into everywhere, so she knows that if I've got them out, then it's because I'm using them for something, and she knows not to touch them. They are sharp and they're mine, so it's nice just for me to have my own pair of scissors that aren't just used generally around the house, and my daughter knows that they are mine and they're sharp, so it's nice just to separate the two for me. Then next I've got a stitch marker. These come in handy quite a lot for a lot of things, to put markers in if I need to find a halfway point. If I've got a lot of stitches, then I will put one of these on, say every like 20 stitches, just to work it out, make sure my tension is even and the gaps between them are even, and to pop them in if I'm in between a project, if I'm a little bit bored or I'm just taking a break, or it literally is I've been crocheting all day and I'm busy for a couple of days, and I'll pop one in and it just helps secure my stitches to stop it coming loose. There's quite a lot of uses for them. You can get lots of different styles. These are just quite plain ones. You can get them in different colours like this. I have a gold one here. I don't use these ones so much. They're a bit stiffer than the pink one, so I find it a little bit tricky to work with it, but they do the exact same thing. You can get little clips that will have decorations dangling from them, like those little phone charms you used to get, sort of thing. Anything like that, if you can pop it through and close it up, then it works. It doesn't have to be a specific style. So that's those. I'm going to move over to this side where you can see my pen and my pencil. That hasn't been sharpened, I've not used this one, it's a new one. If I'm doing a big project, normally for the small projects I won't really mark off my work because I'll get it done quick enough. But if you're starting out, then you still might find it easier to do that. Or if you've got bigger projects, then that's when I normally use them. I'll normally have like a photocopy of my original pattern so I can scribble over it. So then if I want to do the pattern again, then I can use it. And then I've got a clean slate to work from, if that makes sense. So either a pen or a pencil or both, you know, it depends what you're after. I normally use a pen, like a highlighter like this one, so if I scribble over something but then I need to go back to it, I can still see the writing underneath, but the highlighted bit shows on the page that I have actually worked, rather than scribbling over, say, with a pen or a biro, then or a pencil. It's not always easy to see what's written underneath, and if you need to go back to it and refer back to it, then I find a highlighter works brilliant both ways. You can see that you have marked it off, but you can still see the written pattern underneath. A tapestry or a darning needle comes in handy, so when you're finishing your work, you snipped all the ends off and then you think, actually that's a little bit short, or I don't know what to do with my ends that I've got left over. Thread it through a tapestry needle, bung it through your work. Most of the time, excuse me, most of the time you can't see it, and then it just secures the ends of your work without cut. I find if you cut really close to the edge of your work, it even if you've done a really tight knot, it can still wiggle loose over time, and then because you haven't got any tail on it, it will just come straight undone. And especially if you're doing stuff for that, as like gifts, blankets, things like that, toys, you really want to make sure that you have got a long thread left over, and then sew it back into your work to just to make it that extra bit secure. So I always have one of those on me. Then moving on to the hooks, as you can see, these are longer than normal crochet hooks. They look a little bit like knitting needles, especially this finer one, because until you get to the end you can't actually really tell that it's a hook. I just got a couple of different ones here, different sizes, show that they do come really thin, just like crochet hooks, and really bulky too. They do come in a various array of sizes and styles. These ones here I have got is an 8mm and a 2mm for these ones. These are your typical straight barred. These are metal, but you can again get bamboo ones, you can get plastic ones, there's lots of different ones out there. I just have these metal ones, but they're straight barred and they're longer than regular crochet hooks because you carry your work, you collect your work onto the hook, so you need that space. Bit like a knitting, you're just hooking on the end rather than using another knitting needle. So it's very similar to crochet, it's just that it is a bit longer to put your stitches onto it. So, and then you can get ones that are like this. There is absolutely no difference. It doesn't affect the way that you work. This end bit is wooden and this end's plastic. It doesn't make any difference to your work. It's just an extension, that's quite a long extension, of a crochet hook. So whereas that might be your crochet hook traditionally, the wooden section, it's then extended by this plastic bit, and there's a bead on the end to stop your work sliding off. So it doesn't overly matter whether it's a straight one or whether it's got this plastic girly extension on it, as long as the size is correct. So this one here, on this one, is a 6mm, whereas these are 2 and 8. Then as long as you have the correct size for the project that you're doing, whether it's a straight bar or it's flexible like this one, it doesn't make much of a difference. You just need that extra space to put your stitches onto. This won't affect, because by the time your work is up here, you would have got your tension for it. So as long as this neck here is the right size, then you can go on and carry on doing your work. Whether it's straight or flexible doesn't make a difference. Like I said, you just need the right size for your work to get the right size stitches, so then your project is the right size in the end. So that's it for me today, just a quick one, real quick video just to go over. If you wanted to see some more tools, head over to my crochet tool video. That has a few more things in it, like measuring tape, what you might use that for, a tension gauge for that goes over your finger. I explain about that in that video, and some stitch holders as well, and another tapestry needle is included in that one. So if you want to see a little bit more, then head over to that video. But this is just a real quick video on Tunisian crochet, of some tools that I use when I do my work. So if this video has helped you, which I hope it has, then please do like and subscribe. It does help out my channel. And if you hit that bell button down below as well, then you'll be notified of when I have new videos. So today, I hope this has helped you out, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.